So I ran out of time there in the last one, and where we were at was adding the event listener to our stage for our keyboard event. So let's write this the right way, keyboard event, and then we'll do the dot, and we add the constant mouse, or key down, sorry, and then we're going to add the key handler function that I have at the bottom. And let's make sure that that's the right name. Means we might have to jump down to the bottom and make sure that we have the right one, key handler. And let's go ahead and test this out. So we'll save our work and then test our movie with Control Enter. Now, when I test this, I want you to notice that I'm going to press the Q and the W key and nothing seems to happen. But if you look closely on the right hand side, it's actually changing the icons for my tools. And that's because the Flash application still has the keyboard shortcuts hijacked. So what you want to do is go to your control window or control menu and change the disable keyboard shortcuts so it's turned on. You'll see it has check mark next to it. Now you'll see that Flash is able to use the keyboard shortcuts in the currently playing movie, which is really nice. And you'll notice that we were able to get the stop and play to work. So from that, all you have to do is find out what key code that you need for each individual letter. So if I press the E, it shows me that I have the key code of 69. If I press the R, it's 82. And let's see, T is 84, Y is 89. Now you also have to use the A, S, D, F, G, and H, and you'll see all of those key codes will output for us. And it's a little easier to see the key up, just because that way we don't have to go down to the bottom. And we'll know that it's whatever was the last key that we held up is the number that we let go of. If we want to see our arrows, our up arrow is 38, our down arrow is 40, our left arrow is 37, and our right arrow is 39. So it's usually very easy with the key code to be able to access any letter that we need very, very easily. And that really concludes, I think, the end of this tutorial, and we've done a lot of different things. You'll notice that I want you to add your left and right arrows to your mouse down and mouse up, and you might have to do this one in a different way because I'd like it to be repeatable so that when you hold down the left key, it will repeat the event. You hold down the right key and it will repeat that event. So just be aware that since your mouse down is already a repeating event, you might be able to get that to work pretty easily. We're not going to add any other real code. I think I had something about here adding controls to the stars, but that's something we might do in class one day just because it's kind of cool. I have this cool thing I wanted to show you. And I believe that concludes the rest of your timeline controls. Now, timeline controls can be used for so many different things. Of course, this is for really interactive timelines that you want to be able to control. You can now control them in lots of different ways. So I hope you enjoyed these tutorials, and please let me know if you have any questions. Save your work when you're done, and I'll see you soon.